So by now, you've probably seen at some point in time the lesson that I put up way back when this Kopapa started. And it's a video on YouTube as well about how to learn 100 sentences in less than an hour. And it's pretty a simple structure that I go through and break down for you and show you how you can quite simply learn 100 really common sentences in less than an hour. Now, some of the feedback I've had over time has been that there's a little bit of confusion in not the actual structure of it, but people just get confused around the actual grammar of it. This goes for a whole bunch of other lessons that I've done as well, just people not quite understanding grammar itself. So the words make sense and the structure of it makes sense. It's just the grammar, and people don't quite understand what a verb is, what a noun is. So when you're saying, well, the verb goes here and the noun goes here, they just can't quite, well, hang on, what's a verb? What's a noun? So I thought I'd just jump across the screencast and show you a little bit, in a little bit more detail about what some of those things are. So this was it, the tense, then the action, and then the subject. So when it's happening, what's happening, and then who's it happening to, or who's doing it. So in this sense, we're saying kete, which is now. The verb is going, haere, and the doer is me say kete, haere, aho. So a good way to think about this is, I guess, in terms of like this, round peg, square hole sort of concept. So, you can't, I guess this is more about what you can't do or what you shouldn't do rather than what you should do and what is right. So, for instance, the actions here. So in the lesson I put up, there was 10 actions and 10 subjects in there. So the actions, remember, these are always things that can actually be done. They're not objects. They're not these things. They're intangible things. Intangible, something that you can't actually touch. These are all actions. These are all verbs. So going, flying, swimming, jumping, looking, reading, speaking, thinking, all those sorts of words. So you've got to say when something's happening in the tense, what that thing that is actually happening, and then the subject. Now, the subject is really diverse. The subject probably has, I would say, even 10 times as many words that you could put in there as the verbs do. A subject is me. A subject is you. A subject is him. A subject is my dog. A subject is his dog. A subject is his friend's parents, his dog's, his auntie's cousin's nephew's niece, his teacher's first cousin's fiance. These are all subjects. These are all things that can go in there. A subject is, a bus, a train, a dog, a cat, a house, a step, all those sorts of words. They're really tangible things that you can touch. My sister and her 3 friends, Tom, Dick, and Harry. That's a subject. That's, even though there are lots of people, they're a cluster of words that sit within that subject. So I might just write that out. So like, aho, I am the subject, but then Jack, Tom, and Hemi, that's all one subject. That all sits within that bracket of a subject. So you can have multiple things. And in this sense, those multiple things are the things that are doing this one action. So Jack, Tom, and Hemi are going somewhere. It would be different if Jack and Tom were going somewhere and Hemi was staying there, because then you'd have another sentence to form. You'd have one by saying the two of them are doing this. Meanwhile, the single person, Hemi, is staying. So these guys are going, these guys are staying. So then you have 2 sentences split up. You see how that works. So really, that's just the intent of this video. It's just a short one for you. And it's really about just trying to emphasize what these verbs and actions are and splitting them up from the subjects that go in this sentence. So hopefully that helps clear things up a little bit for you. If you are really stuck on grammar and even in just an English sense, just jump online. There are exponentially more videos and lessons out there in English on English grammar than there is Māori grammar. So you'll definitely be able to find tons of information out there, and I might even do some more stuff throughout the year as well.